Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Raiders coming up next.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
On first down, Justin Herbert going deep here for Allen. This is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. Leading him out in his second season from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, it's Jalen Hurts.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's
face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole where there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll go option to the short side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 2nd and very short, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. He gets away from one, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Jacobs into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Jacobs again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-0 Vegas. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 74 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Hurts going to keep it again. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards. making it himself, and he has enough for the first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 on the Chargers' 46-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but
either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Pushing his way through. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler. 75 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Raiders 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. is Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
On the option, here's Drake.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
They'll hand it to Drake here on the option.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
Jerry Judy.
39 yards. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. L.A. readies for its next possession.
And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but Let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Out quickly to Judy.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round weekend.
Hurts throw complete here to Waller.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Carlson now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper then put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Herbert. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Slide for the PAT.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's... Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific, because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 36. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that'll be checked down to Drake.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And you can see the result there. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hurts going to take this himself.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Hurts.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Jerry Jeudy.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
They'll try and run with Drake. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Herbert now. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On the ground, it's Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Kenyon Drake, 39 yards. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Carlson on for the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Quentin Jefferson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
And the Chargers.
For the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Got an open man, it's QT. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. It's Eckler again. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now it's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Jared Cook. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Chargers 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return comes Drake.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Offense set to get this drive started.
And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10.
126 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
They'll try again with Drake. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal of 19-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Here's Herbert. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
Open man is QT, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And this is Cook with a grab. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll It'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Herbert going to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Throwing, Herbert.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And they take a knee.
The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and